Okay, good evening folks. It is the 20th of June 2010. I'm just going to do a weekly outlook for the pound Swiss franc here and basically what's been happening recently. Um, yeah, so we've been a wee bit of a frustrating pair this because obviously we had the TDF sell setup which has obviously we obviously covered all of that bar as you can see. Um, But basically, at the time, I kind of felt like a lot of the risk was just too high on this pair. So obviously, the size of account that I'm trading, like taking the full risk on this, probably 240 pips. I just can't get that many positions in there. Obviously, if I was there, I would look to maybe try and do some demark stuff, which is the way that I do it. But I mean, basically, this TDF sell setup has kind of called, obviously, this move back down. It's been a bit more of a controlled move now, rather than the random moves that we saw before. You can see we didn't actually break the upper bat resistance there on the weekly. We made a 9 count sell setup. We're going to complete the TDF bar this week. It's actually going to be a bearish outside bar as well. So that's a big sort of bearish signal to the market. And on the monthly we failed that 7,000 level again. I mean, you can see how many times since we finally came down through that level in sort of September 2009. It's basically sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 months we've tried to get above that 7,000 level and failed every time. So I mean, it could be a case now where this pair just keeps going down from here, certainly with that 9 count sell setup in place on the weekly. So yeah, just have to keep an eye on that. But basically, I think what I'll be waiting now till we break this lower bat support on the daily, and then look for a retracement, and then look to get involved in a trade that might take us down towards the 1.3 sort of area. Um, but at the moment, anyway, nothing really doing here. I mean, we do have TDST support in here, so it may be worth keeping an eye on that going into this week. See where we are on sort of count basis here on some of the other time frames. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. Um, I mean, bullish on the daily, but that whole sort of daily trade was messed up from the election. It would have been a stop out. So I think that's kind of void now. So I think we really need to wait till we get a break of this 1.6048 level before looking to get involved. Um, yeah, I'll take a look as we do get closer to that 1.6340. See if there's anything doing on the demark front, because it could be that we do see a bounce here, and obviously we got to cover a lot of this bar here as well. So it could be worth taking a trade on that. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. As I said in the other commentaries, I'll be in the room this week for the next few weeks. So I'll be running through all this stuff, and anytime anything starts to interest me, obviously I'll let you guys know. Yeah, so we'll just leave it at that. Okay, cheers.